Life.
Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to a podcast. Haven't done one of these in a while. For a good hot minute. How's everybody doing? We got three people currently watching here at the moment. We got Fire Blake, BPG, Spiz, and Nitro so far. How's everybody doing? There's Have Fun Inc. So, inside of my Discord, guys, you always ask some questions for the podcast.
So it's a nice room now.
And I'm going to answer a lot of these questions. So, first topic of tonight is new games. What are the new games possibly coming to the channel? I don't know yet. I am planning on getting some new games coming to the channel soon. The next one is DLC updates. What's the future FS? So far the next DLC to be released is on the 26th, which is here in 2 days. Actually, tomorrow. Yeah, it'd be tomorrow is the new DLC release. And even that's going to be... That's just the potato gimme DLC. Which, honestly, I think, yes, Farming Simulator 19 is kind of slacking or running out of content. So, honestly, I think the new DLC coming out is pretty much a waste of time. But, as y'all can see behind me, we can't really say that. So, what's the future of Farming Simulator coming to? So, a lot of people, I've seen a lot of these stuff coming out for Farming Simulator, where I've seen a couple of the trailers for FS21 that I can confirm are fake. Everything John Deere, right, Moore? With the combine. Yep. What's up, Austin? Farming sim and modding. There's really nothing I can say with the farming sim and modding community. I know we're losing a couple. We're starting to lose more and more modders for the game, as the content for Farming Simulator is getting stale. And Giants is pushing more and more for, they're leaning more towards European mods than they are American mods. I agree with that. What's up, Eli? So, another thing a lot of people don't know or aware of is we'll probably not see any more big expansion packs coming out. No, it's so player, Eli. By the way, we're on Mills County. We're going to do some gameplay as we're going. As for the channel, we're going to continue doing Among Us, Fortnite, Farming Simulator, just to try to keep things in a groove and in a rhythm. Yeah, they're rejecting a lot of the mods for no reason, but a lot of them don't know is they're actually rejecting a lot of the American mods.
Can I say something more?
What's up?
So, if you look at people gotta remember, modders are doing their modding on their spare time. Usually, modders also work a job as a mod. And modding is very time
I am
consuming
not
and
shotgun.
irritation.
What trailer is this? This is the in-game 24-footer. Yeah, I'm not playing with Lisa. Lisa is, they're doing something else. I think they're doing something involving Outlaw Motorsports. I'm not 100% sure.
Lovely.
Oh.
But yes, a lot of people is wondering on Farming Simulator when the next game is coming out. The only thing I can say is be patient. Usually when Farming Simulator releases a DLC like they just did, that's coming out tomorrow, that will be usually a sign that they are currently working on the next generation game.
Another thing with that DLC is they're pointing towards them making a new game, because that one's a partnership with the person that won the mod competition 17, which means it's probably the last DLC.
Yo.
What's up, Carb?
What's up?
Just doing the podcast. Chilling out, hanging out with everybody, kind of giving people some ideas of where Farming Sim's going. So,
Nice.
one thing I can clarify up real quick is usually when Farming Simulator releases a crop DLC, it should be pushing towards more of around the end, about the middle of next month. We should be finding out if there's going to be a new game coming out.
And they'd probably be
Alright.
pushing October the 31st release date-ish.
Yeah. Which, if they do announce, it would be roughly around... It should be roughly around Valentine's Day. Day after Valentine's Day is when they'll announce the next game.
Another thing is they were waiting for next-gen consoles, which is
Yep,
pretty hard.
which is out now.
There may be a shortage of them, but they're out.
JohnDeere's wheeled. So, if anybody would like to ask me on questions of the channel, where the channel is going from here, now is the time to ask. I know I have said this in the past, if you like to donate to the channel, all the super chats right now are going towards Whitewater's new gaming computer. So right now we raised roughly about $6 worth of super chats to send out to help with the gaming computer for Whitewater. So if a lot of y'all recognize this from my Twitch run, this is the Milk County's bail mount.
Where do you get the proper version of this game? 'Cause I've never had it.
Huh?
Where do you get the proper version of this game?
The proper version of Mills County is no longer available.
I have a question for the podcast more.
What's up?
Where do you think your channel will be in 2 years? Do you think you'll still be doing YouTube or what?
Well, I can verify I will be still doing YouTube. I'm probably going to be doing more longer streams in 2 years than I will be here now. Like, the streams will be a lot more consistent, a lot more time in them, and will be a lot more focused on the future of games, like working on doing different games, like some of the newer games that will be coming out at the end of the year. I know Among Us is probably going to stay as one of the top weekend games for Sunday. Just to try to help people stay around and hang out, have fun, enjoy yourselves. And I know I'm going to be doing private matches. So I'm going to try to get back into doing recording as well.
Something to add on to the modders conversation. I've heard a lot of rumors about modders moving over to cattle crops.
A lot. I really can't answer that on the modders stuff. I just know that a lot of the modders are fed up with Giants and the way they performed the past month and a half, with getting to where it's really hurting the modders who are been taking time to build the game and make the game much better.
We've had how many modders quit in the last 2 weeks?
So I know of like 3 different modding groups that have quit, but I do not know of how many modders will stick around from this point on. I know Sid modding is going to be staying around, but he's not going to be focusing as much on farming sim, and he's planning on doing some other things for different games.
Well, the rumors is cattle and crops because I guess it's gonna be the game has potential.
Cattle and crops has potential. It's just who's gonna produce the content to make that game have the potential.
Yeah, Giants either needs to get their testing team together or it's gonna hurt.
Giants just needs to get their act together and start working with the communities and actually start working with some of the farming similar YouTubers and find out where their game's most popular at, and try to see if they can build a game around not just European equipment, but a lot more around like the American equipment.
There's a reason. I feel like their market share is more lean towards American people than European people.
But they have more European stuff in the game.
Yeah, because it
So
rejecting lots of stuff.
I mean, but also that has to do with.
So a lot of people probably heard the game LS Simulators. LS Simulators is German for Farming Simulator, which is the European name for Farming Sim. Ethan just subscribed to the channel. Welcome. So when initially Giants started getting popular, it started getting popular within the American community. It ain't 30-second lag, it's 30-second delay.
Yes, whatever.
More.
Yeah.
So, since so many modders are leaving FS modding, do you think if Giants doesn't come out with a new game this year, do you think there will be a possibility by the next FS there will be little to no modders for 19?
For the next game, there'll probably be less modders for the next game. I know Oxygen David's about fed up with it. He is the one that brought Lone Oak to 19.
That's a big map, and Giants should care.
Yeah, because if you just like go to Mod Network, there's still mods being made for 19 or 17.
PC community is always gonna be there. It's the console community that should be working.
Pretty much, the PC mods are so much easier to do because they don't have to really go through testing.
They don't have.
Yes.
They can have errors. It's not a big fuss. Okay, so
Now, a lot of people will say, well, what does that mean for the console players? Well, that just means the console players are not going to have much of a game. Not much mods because they're really only going to be having the vanilla game.
and
Where PC players is going to be like what I'm doing right now. We're going to be on a modded map that never was tested by Giants because they don't care about sending it to Giants with modded equipment that they'll never get because Giants is too picky about equipment.
and then you got Giants. Most of their market share is console. Surprising.
Yeah.
Because
Now-
sees all you PC players and they think, oh, we can get all these mods on
Now-
console, let's do it.
Another big one is licensing. You know, if
Yeah.
the way Giants is acting right now, they might not get some of the licensings back for the next game. And what is that going to do for their next game? It's actually going to make their next game worse.
Yeah, because if you don't get licensing, JohnDeere, New Holland.
John Deere,
Jefferson.
John Deere came to the game because of the popularity of it.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna hurt them because if one of CNH's companies drops out, all of them go bye-bye. It's simple as ABC 1, 2, 3.
John Deere could back out, and that could hurt the farming simulator community in the next game.
Yeah.
It'll hurt even Case backs out. It's gonna hurt them hard because there goes most of their mods.
If Case backs out, there goes most of their equipment.
Yes, because most of their stuff is case brand and stuff.
'Cause
In-
Case
if
backs
New
out,
Holland
they're all
back- Pretty much. If Case backs out, there goes New Holland.
And there goes Stayer.
Yeah.
There goes all the companies that are owned by CNH Industries. So there goes FlexiCoil. Brake Stats.
So,
Brake Stats.
what can Giants do to improve the game? Well, honestly, if they don't want American equipment and farming simulator, they need to make a whole new game just for the American farming community.
Because I don't know how much comes from European people and American people, but majority of the game comes from American people.
And farming simulator is an American name of the game. So,
Yes.
if Giants opened an American office. So there shouldn't be no issues whatsoever with the game having American
You know
mods.
what also hurts modders is they make them have a German thing in there, which it hurts the English modders. And like, barely any Germans upload to the mod. You know what I mean?
So where do I see this game in Farming Simulator as a game in 2-3 years? Not as popular, not as productive as the previous games like FS17 and 19.
People are starting to go back to 17 because the mods are there on console. Like you have the old Gen Massey pack, you have all Peter J's Masseys. People are starting to go back to 17 because the mods are there on console.
The reason why I'd go back to 17 is mod-wise. The reason why I would go back is graphics and that stuff.
Okay, gonna name the Facebook page that had this issue, but he said followed their guidelines. Error free. Pass through the self checker with flying colors, but not quality enough. Guess I'll fix the issues. Take it back to Blender and retry.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. That was
Yeah.
Who?
that was another modder that was doing a European, or not a European. That was what was it? Stone.
It was a Super Bee. They were trying to bring the console players an actual Super Bee that looked good.
Yeah, and Giants rejected it. They didn't want it in their game.
But Lance didn't Lance have a mod that went to console
Yeah,
pretty
he had his
easy?
toy hauler go to console, and that kind of serves no purpose, honestly.
Yeah, his toy hauler.
There's no
I
modding
mean, the
branch
perfect example was the Among Us weight
and the minion weight.
and the Minion weight. Well, the Minion weight was Farmer Steve, so I'm not going to pick on Farmer Steve any. But the Among Us weight, really, you know, I get they're trying to bring the popular games together. Because
Yeah.
at this current time, Farming Simulator and Among Us are all probably some of the most popular games out there.
Yeah.
Oh, not for long anymore, though. But then you have the trouble that they gave Case Arius when it came to their MX getting on the mod hub, because there's one file in there that had the name Goodyear.
Which Goodyear is a trademark, but at the same time, think about it.
It wasn't
Custom
on the
modding,
mod, it was just a file.
yeah, it's tire.
Mhm.
Goodyear is a big supporter of farm equipment tires. But
Yes.
Goodyear is also a big support of the American tires.
But, like, then you got, like, Slush's modding their John Deere 100 Chisholm on flying colors somehow. Makes no sense at this point.
Giants needs to step up their testing.
They need to get some new people on their testing team.
Yes. Because if they do away with testing, consoles are gonna get all of these mods that don't work. And it's gonna break their game.
Oh,
And
here's a perfect
Off your
example.
mic a little bit, Carb.
alright, sorry.
Perfect example. Case 890 Lily. How much trouble they had back in, what, September? Now it's on their own site.
I don't know. I just see it like this. The way Giants is going right now, there's not going to be very many modders putting out for console on the next game.
You know the 2410 that was in the tournament one?
It's been updated.
Yeah, but still, before that, it got on the mod and it had wheels glitching through the frame.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, some of the mods still do.
but the
Like-
thing with
The John Deere 7000 combine that went through. You can't even lower the header on it. I was going to use it in the stream the other night and I couldn't because the header wouldn't work.
exactly.
And it made it to all platforms.
Yeah.
they're putting in mods that aren't like they work, but they aren't. You get what I mean? Like they're not good.
Then you got, like,
They're not the
John-
great mods. They're not very good mods. And honestly, Giants, all these great modders out there that look to you guys to get the game, to get it on the console for everybody is what they need it to go for.
And then you got, like, the stuff like this PSE-12 quotation mark 5A stuff.
Yeah.
But that didn't go to console. Some stuff didn't go to console.
I'm rolling. Dang it.
PS4 is also true.
We're having all of these mods that aren't ready to go to console yet. Go to console. But
TLX 9000, perfect example. That thing had problems getting on too.
Yep.
but things that are completely ready to go to console are
Like the John
struggling.
Deere 7000.
Yeah, are struggling to get to console. We're not even getting to console at all.
And then you got like the Roadrunner Plus, which in my opinion is kind of slow.
Exactly.
you got like the homemade vehicle. How in the world did that make it to console?
I don't know.
They need to
Come on.
step up in their testing.
What they need to do is they need to start. Okay, if it's a non-licensed brand, you just reject it. Because what they described on FarmCon 20 or whatever it is, whatever it was called, is
Yeah.
not how they're treating modders,
Exactly.
which is really upsetting.
Giants, for mods that are going to console, in my opinion, needs to be in contact with them. Because saying there's something wrong with this truck that I want to get to console, they're just going to reject it, and you don't really know. So they need to communicate with the modders a little bit more.
And then you got like the stuff like the JohnDeere windrower getting on the console. That's literally a reskin of the Massey Ferguson from 17.
Yeah.
Just like, what's your opinion on that?
I just think Farming Sim needs to step up their game, or they're going to lose a lot of people.
Yes.
Even at this rate, Mod Network's looking like it's got junk mods on it because it's all re-uploads off the in-game mod hub.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through
Mod Network.
Mod Hub right now, and I'm on pitch 74, and it's just some of the stuff I'm seeing re-uploads, just of in-game stuff.
Mod Network also needs to upload.
Owen Jones runs Mod Network, so
No offense, but he's not doing a great job right now. That's for sure.
That's why like so many people are going to like the Discord side of the community. Like, I still check the in-game mod hub every day, but like most of the time we just scroll through there and see nothing. It's like,
Yeah.
well, guys, we got it back up. Holy cow!
Yeah, Moore kind of tipped this.
It's very top heavy.
is
Oops.
that mod off the?
One's in-game mod, the other one's not.
Like for example, that trailer. They could have at least made it a load tape.
The trailer I'm using right now is not from. It's the BR24.
Yeah, that could at least been a load tape trailer. Could have some branding to it. Okay, if there's a mod I'm seeing on page, and if it gets on the console, it's gonna be amazing.
What is it?
It's a John Deere 2113. And then you got Casey Harris over here actually trying to make something good, like a case trying, which we're missing case sprayer from the game. 4940 filled in the John Deere section.
What's up? I want to be a cowboy. This is a solo server. Cattle server goes up at the beginning of the month. So, just heads up, guys. I will be getting you ready on Thursday. And I will have everything set up. And finished set up. I'm going to make the save game and everything. So, once the cattle server goes up, that will go back in the description for you guys. So, you're all able to access it. And be able to download the mods, be able to join us.
It's gonna get to the point where modders are just gonna make their own page where they know their mods can be uploaded and they don't have to worry about getting used about their mods they went to all the effort to make. Because it's not like they just go and buy a 3D model and upload to Giants Mod Hub. They actually have to build it from scratch.
Yeah.
I do like your new logo, the wannabe cowboy. It's pretty cool.
They also gotta do the XMLs from scratch. You can't just frame swap it.
So, does anybody else have any questions about Farming Simulator.
Like Tired Iron's 4400. That thing should have gone to console easily. But it didn't.
Now, I know a lot of people are working on the 2-week map building challenge. Congrats on them. Congrats with them. They're doing their own thing. They're rocking and rolling. They're showing a lot of people what they can and cannot do. I appreciate them.
I feel if FF was
serious.
more of a US based game, imagine all of the more
Yes.
trucks and whatever else we could get, like maps and stuff.
Like, this tractor here's an American tractor. Actually, not really. It's a European style tractor.
A good example is, for example, like,
I'm gonna head up, guys. I'll
turn
see you
air
later.
seeder on
Alright,
with
Garp.
20 horsepower tractor. Is that ever gonna get changed, or?
I don't know. I just know when you look at this tractor, you see European written all over it. When you look at this one, same thing, European. I don't think I have one American tractor in this map. Or on this map. Oh, wait. Yeah, I do. I got the 78s. But when you look at it, you're looking at the tractors and you're like, they all are European except for these modded ones.
Like, there's certain things, like, you can pull an air seeder with a 6M on Giants' base maps, and it's like,
It's not realistic. Like,
it's not
look.
realistic one bit. That's like the huge Borgo one.
These are all American tractors right here.
And they're all so detailed.
And they're
when
all
you go to mod.
and they're all in-game mods.
Do you have your log enabled?
No, I don't.
No. I have that 7000 series download. I'm gonna open up my game. I'm curious how many errors that thing has.
Like the 2020 SIDS and the custom modding 8RT. These are all US based tractors.
Like the 40 series. That thing, it's not accurate one bit. It's missing the wrong engine. It's got.
The engines are wrong on the 40 series. The speed's unrealistic. The 40
Sounds
series
don't
tractors, the 40 series tractors, the fastest they go are 22 to 26 mile an hour. That's it. None of them are accurate speed. And it's because Giants wants everybody to be so...
The only reason that thing got accepted is because it had like all kinds of European specs.
Exactly.
It's like,
I mean, I got the 40 series N from Black Sheep.
it's better 40. Like, look at Ross W's 40 series. That thing is beautiful.
Rooster Moddings. 40 series. One of the best looking 40 series tractors out there with the most realistic speeds.
Another example is Ross W's.
Ross W's. Also a really good 40 series.
And it actually pulls hard when you run it. When you like, I have a 4960. It actually has a proper engine in it. It's like,
I mean, I
that thing may
cannot
not be
complain.
EIM, but it looks like a proper 40 series. It's got
Yeah.
a proper engine in it.
Even if you're always looking at the stream right now, this is probably one of the best models, American models for Farming Simulator.
All
And-
it needs, literally, is some updated it needs some more used colors, and it literally just needs nothing but like some new tires.
Alright, Colton, have a good one.
I can I tell you guys something?
What's up?
So you know,
One thing real quick. I just wish Farming Simulator would actually take the YouTubers and actually ask us, hey, what kind of equipment would you like us to use? Would you like to see more American-based equipment, or would you like to see more European-based equipment?
You know what hurts them so bad is go to the in-game John Deere combine quick on your stream.
S790.
I gotta wait for the stream to catch up. But like there's no grain tank extension options because most people don't run foldable hoppers. A lot of people like to run the big tops or
Yeah.
hour extensions. And like a perfect example of a mod that got accepted due to the reason of it having like CNH's Demco. It's a great mod. It's just underscaled. That's the only thing.
Mhm.
And then you got like the 8240. You can only get tracks on it, which bugs me because I don't like running tracks personally, but that's my opinion.
Can I say something quick?
Yes, Blake. Go ahead.
So you know how like some tractors, like there's kilometers and miles.
Yeah.
You know, like inside some of the tractors there are kilometers instead of miles.
Yeah.
That's what I want them to fix so bad.
And honestly, Giants, it's not that hard to do. If y'all can do that with the game speedometer, you should also be able to do it with the dashboards of the equipment.
Well, like I noticed, like Ross W's, it changes because I play in kilometers personally because I'm from Canada.
Yeah.
And you can change it from kilometers to miles. Like my friend will hop on the game and it'll be in miles because it's a modded mod that was done
Correct.
to be accurate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
That 40 series is spot on. It's got like the nice fenders. It's got so many engine configurations. It's not funny. The exhausts actually move. It's got the flippy flap.
okay, so here's an example that I know for a fact everybody can agree with. The 2020 6M that was released. How many issues was with that machine when it first came out?
A bunch.
And you had to actually have to get a code. It was like a pain.
Now, John Deere released this before Giants could, or did, because that was John Deere's deal. They brought this tractor to the game. They actually had somebody personally make it. Now, when it first came out, some of the dash lights didn't work, like the hazard lights. It didn't flash. Now they flash, they work. But John Deere went back, they listened to the community. They went through every YouTuber that made this tractor and their videos and listened to what the YouTuber said. What's up, Lisa? So they fixed a lot of the things. Now, there's other things they can do with this tractor, and they should release the other counterpart of the 2020 as well.
Another thing that they really need to change is always having beacons on equipment.
Yeah, those should be optional because in real life those are options.
And I've noticed almost every mod that goes onto the in-game mod hub has beacons on it. Giants loves beacons for some odd reason.
Yeah, if you go into a real life dealer, most of your equipment don't have beacons on it. And they have the beacons there. If you want to add beacons to your tractor, it's a couple $100, but that's it. Make that optional.
There's a reason why us PC players have over 1,000 mods. Because
we don't want to play with the base game shit. Is pretty much what I'm saying.
There's millions of mods out for us PC players.
Yeah.
And right now, if you're looking at buying a next-gen console, it's the same price to get an entry-level PC to play FS19 on P.
Pretty much.
So
the next-gen console is what? $600?
Yeah. PS5's even more.
Jesus.
Okay. A decent gaming computer that can run Farming Simulator 19 with the lowest specs is about $600.
And that's just to play on very high settings. If you only are to i3 or Ryzen 3 and like a 1050 Ti, no problem.
How would a $300 PC run it?
It would run it on medium like nobody's business.
It would run it, but you have to be very careful.
And if you
But
still have your console, you would still have your console. So if you want to play Fortnite or whatever, you can still play Fortnite on your console.
but Farming Simulator needs to do this. They need to take the time, take the step back, and say, look, should we be very graphics demanding?
Like FS17, you can easily get solid 60 FPS, ultra high, nobody's business.
Yeah, Farming Simulator 17 was not very graphics demanding. You could run that game on a potato.
Like a potato. We're talking like my laptop.
Farming Sim 19, you can't do that. You can't run on a potato, not with the graphics demand. So, should Farming Simulator back off a little bit on that? Absolutely.
Yes.
But at the same time, they need to be able to bring the next game with more proper equipment and more proper
And can I say something when you're done?
styles.
Same.
And make it to where in game, if they really want the equipment to be collabed, hey, we got the scripts now where we can buy used equipment. It's a model in the in-game HUD. Now Giants got the information they need. They can incorporate that into the next game. They can take the modders' ideas and say, hey, let's work together. Let's make these tractors American and Europe.
Another thing is the big game-breaking thing for 19 that draws so many people to it is the shop. You can actually see your configurations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
That's a huge
configuration, that was one of the biggest things that really made more Farming Simulator players.
And more.
What's up?
You know how like in PC you can turn like 4 ways on?
Yeah.
That's the one thing I wish them to they need to bring them to console.
If I remember correctly, that you can turn this one through console.
No, you cannot turn.
No, you can't. It's just blinkers and flashers. I mean, not flashers.
I believe it is left bumper up is hazards.
I know that for a fact because I run a Series X controller on my PC.
Yeah.
No. Wait, what one?
Series X.
Left bumper, the upper button. So
I know you can do
I got.
singles. I know you can do beacons for sure.
If you press
Yeah,
the
beacons. You can do
left
them.
bumper and then hit the up on the D-pad, it should work. It should kick on the hazards.
And they also need to.
It's not working.
They need to step their game up and at least get one real life truck and vehicle.
Yeah, it's not working.
Well, they have to get.
Even if it's not everyone's favorite brand, people would just be happy to get hunk of junk lizards and MANs.
Honestly,
Brian,
Farming Simulator needs to start doing more of trying to get the licensing for like Ford, Chevrolet, and Dodge. Bring those trucks. You know, you got
like
trucks.
one.
Even if they
If
just
they bring one.
Yeah, even if you bring just one truck, Ford is very on top of wanting to join Farming Simulator, but Giants doesn't want to bring cars like that.
Even
Priceless.
if they just got Ford, they could still put like the Aeromax series in for semis.
Yeah.
Get the L8000 grain trucks like Welkers have.
I so
and then
wish I
there's so
just.
much potential for the game because they have the licensing to FlexiCoil.
Yeah.
Demco.
Air Trails, they have the Demco licensing now too, so they could get the nice.
I
But
always thought
guys-
they had Demco.
With that being said, Farming
go on
Simulator
purpose.
can step up their game from this point and actually bring more of a possibility in the next game.
Even look at ATS. It came out in 2016. There's some things that are a million times better on there than.
Yeah. And Giants, I hope you're listening close. Keep in mind, a lot of your large content creators are pushing to other games because they're just burnt out of farming sim.
Look at SnowRunner.
SnowRun SnowRunner is incorporated by Giants. So
And Murderer.
yeah, those are Giants made games,
No,
and
they're Sabermate. They're all published by the same publisher, though.
yeah,
They're all published by Focus.
Focus Home Giants has a part in Mudrunner. So, guys, with that being said, we're going to wrap up tonight's podcast with just a final thought here.
And
What
look at the
what
licensing
would I
schedule.
like? What would we like to see in the next game? You know,
Dodge.
more American style equipment. Give
You know
us
what
that.
they need to do is they need to take SnowRunner's vehicles, SnowRunner's physics, and put them in Farm Sim, and this game would be amazing.
They got dynamic mud over in Mudrunner.
But they need to put mud in.
They can incorporate this for
Dynamic
farming
mud
sim.
has been around since spin tires, and that was all the way back in 2014.
It's possible. So Giants can do that. But Giants needs to start stepping up their game because what we like to see in the next game is more
Better.
American equipment,
Truck brands.
more truck brands
Mud.
like Peterbilt, mudding,
Sure they'd-
mud style, an auction feature,
Yes.
a feature to trade equipment.
And slats are gone.
Yeah. And try to up the consoles
Because it's not.
limit. You know,
It's not
give
like Snow-
Can I say something
Another
quick?
hilarious part is that SnowRunner's on consoles.
SnowRunner
you
is
got
on console. And it's
Freightliner
got
licensing. You got Freightliner. You got Pacific. You got
but with that guys,
that.
let's keep on topic farming sim because I know a lot of people want to jump over to SnowRunner and stuff, but you know, we are on topic farming sim. So Giants, that's all we ask. Give us the American style equipment. You know, it's not that much different from the European models. Just
It's as simple as removing beacons, a 3-point, and the weirdo signs on the back. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
And more.
and adding the lights to the cab. Because most of your cab tractor lights are, your hazard lights are up above. They're not below on the sides like this. Those are options. But yes, we need more American style base game equipment
And more.
for the area that the game is most popular in.
But they make an
So-
American map. That's what makes me laugh. Is they make an
Which
American
is funny because they make an American map, but they don't want American equipment.
That's been around since 13. In 13 we had Westbridge. 15 we had Saskatchewan.
Westbridge was 15. Scotland was 13.
No,
Yes.
Westbridge was in 13. I remember.
Westbridge was 15 base.
And then that Saskatchewan map was also 15.
Saskatchewan came. That was the DLC map for 15, which is European.
More.
And then
you got
FS17 was Goldcrest. And now we got Ravenport for 19.
Goldcrest was American.
Goldcrest
More.
was as American as it got. Ravenport's American as it gets.
Westbridge was really American.
They had too big of fields.
Well, American maps are supposed to have a lot bigger areas, so they're
And
not
how
as
about
tight
the
roads either.
And about
Even the
American
cattle
maps?
pens, I like the cattle pens in 15 look nicer than the ones in 19 and 17.
And the you know how in some maps they have fields that are curved and hilly and stuff?
And
Yeah.
Giants, I have one request for you guys. Please stop making square fields. Actually make rounded corners on them like they are in real
Thank
life.
you.
Yeah, that's one thing a lot of people don't like is the fact that
That's how I let
the game fields are so cornered and squared. I'm sorry, but you know, if you want to bring the farming community the real life farmers into the game. The real life farmers already said that the game is shit compared to what real life is.
Ryan
Oh,
has played it
100%.
once from How
And
Farmers
he, yeah.
Millennial Farmer has played it 0 times. Welkers have
Mm-hmm.
played
Well,
it 3 times.
well, that's because he has
Walker's
his
doesn't
map.
like it.
Yeah. And How Farmers works. They were playing with Farmer Nick, which I died and laughed when I watched that stream.
So, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for coming out, hanging out. We covered a lot of things tonight. I think I'm going to bring the podcast back at least once a month on the channel. We might do some recordings for the other channel, MooreFarmer podcast channel, but those are going to be later on in the future. I want to try to focus on this channel, try to get over 2,000 subs. Right now, we are on that march of getting there. Last time I checked, we're roughly 440 subs out from that. So thank you guys so much for watching. If y'all did enjoy, leave a like, hit that subscribe. We're going to get back into doing some gaming tomorrow night. I'm not going to tell y'all what it is. I know what it's going to be. We'll see y'all in the next one. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe.
Bye, guys.
Remember to keep yourself clean and keep yourself focused. Anyways, we're out. Y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all
Peace.
later.
MooreFarmer